I'm going to do a video on dimensional analysis and temperatures. Okay, dimensional analysis is just where you convert from one unit to the next. Okay, so let's say 83 inches is equal to how many centimeters? Okay, first of all, you have to know 2.54 centimeters is 1 inch. And then to make that conversion, you have to multiply it so that your inches cancel out, and you multiply by 2.54. So 83 times 2.54 is 210.82. Okay, it's 210.82 centimeters. And 4.2 feet is how many meters? Okay, to go from feet to meters, one foot is 30 centimeters. So 4.2 feet times, for every foot you have 30 centimeters, so your feet cancels out, you multiply by 30. So 4.2 feet times 30 is 126 centimeters. And then change it to meters, you divide that by 100. So it's 1.26 meters. And 26 ounces is how many pounds? Okay, first of all, 16 ounces is 1 pound. So 26 ounces, divide that by 16 ounces for a pound. 26 divided by 16 is 1.625 pounds. Because the 32 ounces will be 2 pounds. So 26 ounces is between 1 and 2 pounds. And 9 pounds is how many kilograms? Okay, what's the relationship between a pound and a kilogram? 1 pound is 0.45 kilograms. So 9 pounds, you multiply it so your pounds cancels out, and you multiply it by 0.45. 9 times 0.45 is 4.05 kilograms. And 162 kilograms is how many pounds? One pound is 0.45 kilograms. So you have 162 kilograms. Divide this by 0.45 kilograms per pound. 162 divided by 1.45 is 360 pounds. Okay, so 60 miles an hour is how many feet per second? Okay, so you have changed the 60 miles to feet. So you multiply that by 5,280, causes 580 feet in a mile. And then there's 60 minutes in an hour. So divide this by 60 minutes. And there's 66 seconds in a minute. So divide by 60 seconds again. So 60 times 5,280, and you take that answer, divide it by 60, and divide it by 60 again. 60 times 5,280 is 316,800. Divided by 60, and divide by 60 again. And you'll have 88 feet per second. .86 centimeters is how many inches? If 2.54 centimeters is 1 inch. 86 centimeters divided by 2.54 centimeters per inch. 86 divided by 2.54 is 33.86 inches. And 83 yards is how many meters? Okay, the relationship between a yard and a meter, which I don't expect you all to remember these conversions. I'll give them to you on the test. Picking up test. Plan to do a reviewing for test this coming week, and we'll have a test 3 scheduled for Friday. We can take it Friday, Saturday, or Sunday of next week. Okay, not this weekend, but next weekend. Okay, 1 yard is 0.9 meters. So you have 83 yards. And you multiply that by 0.9. 83 times 0.9 is 33.86 meters. Okay, now we're going to talk about temperatures. Okay, on the temperature part, we're going to talk about mass and temperature. You have 2 different equations for Celsius versus Fahrenheit. Okay, you have the Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale. But 0 degrees Celsius is the same as 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the freezing point of water. And the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius, which is equivalent to 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, if you use this where we did talked about slopes. Okay, the slope formula is the difference in the y coordinates over the difference in the x coordinates. So it's 212 minus 32 over 100 minus 0. 212 minus 32 is 180, and that's 180 over 100. So the slope is 1.8, which is 1 8/10, but 8/10 reduces to 4/5, and that is 9/5. 1 times 5 is 5, plus 4 is 9. So your slope is 9/5, and this is our point. Okay, that's our y-intercept. 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So F is 9/5 C plus 32. So in other words, if it's 30 degrees Celsius, you want to find the degrees Fahrenheit, replace C with 30. F is 9/5 times 30 plus 32. 30 into 5 is 6. 9 times 6 is what? Be 9 times 6 plus 32, which is 54, plus 32, which is 86. Degrees Fahrenheit is 86 degrees. So let's say it's 28 degrees Celsius, which is how many degrees Fahrenheit? So F is 9/5 times 28 plus 32. 28 times 9/5 be 28 times 9, which is 252. Divided by 5 is 50.4. Add 32 equals 82.4. So degrees Fahrenheit is 82.4 degrees. Now you have your equation. F is 9/5 C plus 32. If you solve this equation for C, F minus 32 equals 9/5 C. And then to solve this for C, you have to divide by 9/5. And divided by 9/5 is the same as multiplying both sides by 5/9. So C is 5/9 times F minus 32. So in other words, if you know your degrees Fahrenheit, you can find your degrees Celsius. So F is 5/9, open parenthesis, wait a minute, I had that wrong. C here is 5/9 times F minus 32. There's a C here. So if it's 70 degrees Fahrenheit, you can find your degrees Celsius. So C is 5/9 times 70 minus 32. 70 minus 32 is 38. Divided by 9 gives you 4.22 times 5 is 21.1. Okay, now there's a little rhyme that says 30 is hot, 20 is nice. Ten gives us a cool spot. And 0 gives us ice. So anything 30 or higher is going to be really, really hot. Anything 0 or below is really, really cold. And 20 is just room temperature. 10 is just cool. Now that's just for degrees Celsius. So let's say the temperature in Phoenix, Arizona on a hot summer day might be A, 15 degrees Celsius, B, 20 degrees Celsius, C, 40 degrees Celsius. I would say 40 degrees Celsius because 20 is cool or room temperature, that's just warm. 15 is going to be cold. 40 is going to be hot. And it's going to be hot in Phoenix, Arizona on a hot summer day. Okay, this is 40 degrees Celsius. Whoa, I didn't know I could do that. Moved it over. Okay, now let's say 100 degrees Fahrenheit is how many degrees Celsius? So we know Celsius is 5/9 open parenthesis F minus 32. And so replace F with 100. 100 minus 30 is 70. And then, so it'll be, and 2 more take away will be 68. So C is 5/9 times 68. Okay, so degrees Celsius is going to be 37.7. Well, I didn't get to move it over any. Okay, so that's the dealing with the temperatures and the conversions of a dimensional analysis. Now let's say we have a person has 3 cats. Okay, and they go to a farm and 2 cats is 1 pig. And then 2 pigs is one cow, and 1 cow is 2 rabbits. And let's say that person wants to trade those cats for rabbits. So you have 3 cats, but you have but for a person has 2 cats for 1 pig, right? So that would be really 1.5 pigs. Okay, then you put your 2 pigs down here and 1 cow. And 1 cow has 2 rabbits. Okay, so see the cows cancel out, the pigs go out, the cats goes out. So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 divided by 4 is what? One and a half rabbits. So somewhere between 1 and 2 rabbits is what the person will get if they have 3 cats. I guess really, I guess if a person's trading animals like that, they'll just give them 2 rabbits because you can't get a half a rabbit unless you cut one up and skin it or something. Who wants to do that? All right, now we're going to talk more about the metric system. Okay, now let's say we have 1 centimeter is how many millimeters. Okay, here's your chart. 1 kilo, hecto, deca, meter, liter, gram, and deci, centa, milli. 1 centimeter is how many millimeters. You go down the chart 1 place, so you multiply by 10, it'll be 10 millimeters. And 2 hectometers is how many decimeters. From hectometers, you go to decimeters, you multiply by 10, 100, 1,000. 1 place, 2 places, 3 places. So 2 times 1,000 is 2,000. 2 hectometers is 2,000 decimeters. And 20 decameters, DAM, is how many millimeters. To go from decameters to millimeters, multiply by 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, multiply by 10,000. That's 4 places to the right. So 20, and you add 4 more places to the right. You've got 1 0, so you add 4 more. It'll be 20 with 1, 2, 3, 4 more zeros. Okay, so it would be what? 200,000 millimeters. All right, now let's say we want to work this problem here. What is the volume of water in a rectangular pool? That is 18 meters long. And 30 meters wide. And 10 meters high. so we can give our answer. So the volume of the rectangle is the length times the width times the height. So the volume is 18 times 30 times 10. 18 times 30 times 10 is what? $5,400 cubic meters. Okay, now a swimming pool is 9 meters wide, 18 meters long, and has a depth of 3 meters. Find the volume in cubic meters. So the volume is the length times the width times the height. So it's 18, 9 times 18 times 3. It's 486 cubic meters. And to find the volume of kiloliters, 1 cubic meter is 1 kiloliter. So the volume will be 486 kiloliters. Okay, that will be all I'm going to do for this video. So if you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, we're planning to do a review for the test. It will start with, it will be the mean, median, mode, standard deviation, the normal curve, quartiles, and the metric system, dimensional analysis, the temperatures, and I think that's everything we've done since the last test. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know.